Oh, hey, house guests. Welcome to today's BB23 updates and spoilers. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a great day so far. Welcome to the Sunday matinee. Yay! And I just want to clarify, I'm not wearing some weird ass outfit right now. This is my bathing suit, and then I just have a shirt over it. So don't worry about me. But anyway, our house guests of the day are Deirdre Marie and Giselle P. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla. It's a great deal. And before we get going, I also want to thank all of our super chatters from yesterday. Yay! Super chat is also a phenomenal way to support the channel and keep us doing what we're doing. So Jefferson Tucker, Jody Cortez, Alex Paredes, Jefferson Tucker again, Janet Tucker, Jefferson Tucker, Janet Tucker. It was the battle of the Tuckers. Sean, Caleb Corinta, Vajrath, Latoya L, Trabal K, and Jefferson Tucker again. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Oh my goodness. Yes, yesterday was insane. These house guests have been scrambling like crazy. We're going to talk about it all. Ali Bruges, thank you so much for the super chat. You're awesome. Let's get started. Whew, okay. So when we left off yesterday, Derek X nominated Brittany and Sarah Beth for eviction. However, he is planning on backdooring Christian. Britt and Sarah Beth know about the plan and they're into it. They're on board with it. They're like, yes, let's do it. However, the other kings are all in the dark about this. Derek X has been telling them that he's targeting Brittany, and he's also telling them if the power veto is used, he's going to put up another joker. But that is false. Okay, so they had the power veto player draw, and the players are Derek X, Brittany, Sarah Beth, and then the three extra players, Kyland, Claire, and Alyssa. And the host is Hannah. So, whoa, if you look at this lineup right here, Christian is not playing. He's not going to be able to keep himself off the block. So that means it could be a true classic Big Brother backdoor. Whoa. All right. We also talked yesterday about how Tiffany is doing the most right now. We're going to be talking about that a lot today as well. But Tiffany is saying that she would rather see Sarah Beth go than Christian this week. She is really hoping that Alyssa is going to win the power veto and leave the nominations the same so that they can just go ahead and vote out Sarah Beth. Yikes. So she told Alyssa, don't make anybody any promises about you using that power veto if you win. And now, because she was saying that, she's got Christian paranoid. He's freaking out. Oh, boy. And Alyssa's telling Christian, look, if I win the power veto, I'm not going to use it if you're nervous that you could be the replacement nominee. She's already told Sarah Beth that she would use it if she won, but she's not going to put Christian in danger. Okay, so then here we go to the new stuff. Tiffany and Xavier having a game chat in the HOH room. And Tiffany's like, all right, obviously the cookout is our plan A. That's our main plan. But what are we going to do if that falls apart and we don't make it to the final six together? Who else do you trust? So Xavier says, outside of the cookout, he really trusts Christian and Alyssa the most. I mean, we knew that. But Tiffany's like, all right, well, let's prepare a plan B. Let's figure it out. And Xavier agrees. So Xavier also shares that Christian said if he wins HOH next week, he's going to be taking a shot at DX. And Xavier says, I could see him putting up Derek X and Kylan together. This is a big deal. What is Tiffany going to do with this information? Because, I mean, if she shares this with Derek X, it's only going to make him want to take out Christian more, right? But she doesn't want Christian out anymore. She wants Sarah Beth out. So is she going to screw over Derek X for her own gain, or is she going to let him know? It's interesting stuff here. So Tiffany says, we really need to be careful what we say to Kylan moving forward because she can't get over how close Kai is to Sarah Beth. But we've heard Kylan say in the diary room that it's cookout before anything. So he will cut Sarah Beth if it means getting the cookout further into the game. But she is convinced that Sarah Beth is the worst, pretty much, and she needs to go. I mean, that's the way that she talks about her, basically. So she feels like Kyland is keeping Sarah Beth around to take shots for him. I mean, isn't that what everybody in the cookout is doing? They all have their people outside of the alliance to do stuff. That was part of Tiffany's plan. But anyway, Tiffany is asking what happens this week if Brittany wins the power veto. And Xavier believes that another Joker will be going up on the block because that's what Derek X is telling him, and he's believing it. But nope, that's not what's going to happen. No way. So Tiffany's like, well, what if Derek X puts up another king? And Xavier's like, no, I don't see that happening. I don't know. So Xavier says there would only be 3 other kings to choose from. He made a deal with me and Alyssa on the wall during the HOH competition, and Christian is his shield, so there's no way he's going to go after him. So then Tiffany presents a scenario. What if Christian goes up on the block next to Sarah Beth? And Xavier says, well, in that case, I would want Christian to stay because Xavier is really close to Christian and Alyssa. So Tiffany's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm cool with taking Sarah Beth out. That's what she wants anyway. So Tiffany says Alyssa winning the power veto would be the best case scenario. She has a reason not to use it, and that reason would be fear of Christian going up as the back door. So Xavier says, the issue with that is that the Kings have already agreed that any of us would use the power veto on Sarah Beth. He's pretty confident, again, that a Joker would be going up on the block, but no. So they agree, ideally they want to see nominations stay the same this week. Okay, so then Tiffany decides to spill some freaking tea about Kyland. She's letting Xavier know, hey, Kyland's got a lot going on. He's got a final 2 with Sarah Beth. He's got one with me. He's got one with Derek X. And Xavier says, I'm pretty sure that Kyland thinks that we have a final 2 deal as well. He thinks that. Why, though? So Xavier says that Kai is playing a real Tyler Crispin game at this point, right? Remember how Tyler had final 2 deals with, everyone? Wild. So Tiffany says she would like to go to the end with Xavier and Hannah. I mean, that's what she's saying for now. But we've seen her end game change multiple times already in the last few weeks. So who knows what she will actually end up doing. But anyway, Tiffany and Hannah had a game chat in the bathroom. And Tiffany says, all right, I've been very honest with Derek X in telling him that I still want Sarah Beth to go this week. And I have to say, that is true. She has not been hiding that with Derek X. She's told him a bunch of times, I really want Sarah Beth to go, but I know for your game, you want Christian to go. So it's your HOH. You got to do what you got to do. But she has been very upfront in wanting Sarah Beth out. So Tiffany says, Derek still needs to shoot his shot because after this week, Christian will be targeting him. Yep, that has been confirmed. That is a real thing. So Tiffany says we can't say anything to Xavier about the real plan to backdoor Christian this week because I was feeling him out earlier and he definitely wants Christian to stay around. So we can't tell him about Derek's real plan. But she says we got to get ready because we're going to be in a weird position. Xavier is going to be blindsided by this move and pissed at Derek X. So Tiffany says, I'm with the 6, with the cookout, but I'm not going to leave Derek X out alone by himself to deal with all this. We'll see. All right. So Hannah agrees. She also thinks it's better for the cookout for Sarah Beth to go, but she gets that it's better for Derek's personal game for Christian to go. They're really feeling like Derek is naive in believing that Sarah Beth will work with him. I think it's freaking Tiffany out that Derek X seems to be kind of pro SB now that they had their one-on-one before nominations. And she's like, dang, SB got another one, She convinced him as well. So then Tiffany starts comparing Sarah Beth to Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. And she does this impression. It was a bit much. I don't know. It was a bit much. It's just like every time Tiffany does something like that, you feel the jealousy coming through. It really does seem like Tiffany is jealous of how close Sarah Beth is to Kyland. Yikes. Okay, so anyway, Hannah is also saying, like, ideally, Alyssa wins this power veto. Hannah's saying that too? Damn. Okay. So then Tiffany and Claire are in the HOH room with Derek X, and Tiffany, again, is talking about how Sarah Beth's gotta go. Again. So Derek X is finally like, why are you so against Sarah Beth? And Tiffany says, I'm not against her. I just know that she's playing the game and she's playing you. So Claire says, I don't think that Sarah Beth would come for us, like me and Tiffany, but she would come for you. And Derek X says, I'm fine with taking that risk. And if that's a bad read on my part, then I deserve to go. So Tiffany says, I'm really conflicted right now. We know. She says, if you have the chance to take your shot at Christian, yeah, you should take it. But I don't know what the other side of that is going to look like. Like, what's going to happen after that? How our alliance is going to reconfigure. Are we going to have a lot of people coming after us? And Derek X is like, I have to do this. Like, I don't know when I'm going to have this opportunity again. I can't play for HOH next week. And then later in the game, there's going to be a greater chance that Christian will be able to play for the power veto and keep himself safe. Yep. I mean, he really lucked out that Christian isn't even playing for the veto this week. So Derek X says, I have to take this shot. And Tiffany and Claire are like, okay, take your shot. So Tiffany does admit that Christian would make a move against Derek X next week if he won HOH. Yeah. Okay. So then later, Brittany, Azah, and Big D were chatting in the yacht club bedroom. This is freaking wild. And Brittany says, I just wanted to make you guys aware that Sarah Beth just came and talked to me and tried to convince me to throw the power of veto to her. And yes, this is true. This is a real thing that Sarah Beth did. She tried to convince the other nominee to throw the veto to her. What? So Azah says, that's some stupid shit. That's stupid. Yes. So Brittany says, Sarah Beth told me if I come off the block, that one of you two, Azah or Big D, are going to be going up in my place, and she feels that she would have the votes to stay over either one of you. So Azah's like, oh, okay, that's cute. She tells Brittany, you better go for that effing veto. You better take yourself off the block. Like, don't worry about shit. This is your effing game. Don't worry about us. And she says, the audacity. Right. So they're pumping Brittany up to win this power veto and take herself down. I mean, also, Azah and Big D know that they have the cookout and the cookout's votes behind them if they were to go up on the block. So they are not worried about going up against Sarah Beth potentially. But yeah, they could not believe, and neither could I, that Sarah Beth actually tried to get Brittany to throw the veto. Absolutely wild. So, Tiffany, back to Tiffany. She's really going off in deep end. It's going a bit too far, in my opinion. She's talking to Xavier about Sarah Beth in the bathroom. And I also want to mention, like, this whole, 20-minute stretch, Tiffany was in the bathroom the whole time, and Claire and Xavier were kind of, in and out. So, anyway, I'm just trying to set the scene for you here. But Tiffany says that Sarah Beth is lying and playing them all. She's got a new conspiracy theory. Tiffany brings up how Sarah Beth was talking about getting a pass or a fast pass or whatever for Disney World. And she got the pass for a single person. So Tiffany's like, well, what about her girlfriend? Oh my God. So Xavier's like, what are the odds that Sarah Beth and Kyland are actually together? In the real world. And they came into this house together. All because of this freaking fast pass and Sarah Beth getting a single ticket for Disney. So then Claire comes in and she's like, I don't think Shelly exists. Y'all need to leave Shelly alone, okay? But Xavier says that Kylan, and by the way, Shelly is not Claire. Shelly is Sarah Beth's girlfriend, and they are very cute together. I've seen pictures of them. But anyway, Xavier says that Kai and Sarah Beth are probably America's duo because they had that theory earlier that Sarah Beth was America's player, but now they're thinking, no, Kai and Sarah Beth must be America's duo. Oh my God. So then Tiffany and Claire were alone at one point, and Tiffany says, we're going to have to flip the vote. We need to get Sarah Beth out of here. And Claire's like, all right, so should I throw the power veto competition to Alyssa? And Tiffany's like, yeah. First of all, Claire does not want to win this power veto anyway because she's safe for this week. She doesn't want to like stir anything up. And honestly, I think she'd be happy with Sarah Beth or Christian leaving this week. So she's not really like too concerned with winning this veto. But then Tiffany and Xavier were alone again, and they're talking about how they have to break up America's duo. They speculate that they either came into the game together or America paired them up because they just like got together too quickly. Kylan was saying on like day 2 or 3 that he had Sarah Beth and they were like already cuddling and all this stuff. So they're like, there's no way that they like just met. No. Okay. So then Tiffany is saying that Sarah Beth and Kai are the strongest duo in the house and they need to be broken up. What about the showmans? It's freaking wild. But Xavier says once Sarah Beth goes, we'll have Kylan back to ourselves. So we need to do this. So then Tiffany and Claire were alone once again. And they're talking more about how they think Shelly is fake. And they're like, Sarah Beth doesn't talk about Shelly at all. And Claire is theorizing that Sarah Beth told everybody that she has a girlfriend so that she could work closely with a guy and no one would question it. No. Tiffany then says Sarah Beth seems way more interested in guys than girls, like romantically. And she says, I seem more interested in girls than Sarah Beth does. There's almost nothing about her that makes me feel like she's interested. This is not it. Why are you bringing her sexuality into question here? Like, that's so weird and wrong and gross. So it's too much. But thankfully, a few minutes after that, the feeds went down for the power veto competition. Oh my God. And they stayed down for 5 hours after that. So just to remind you, the players were Derek X, Brittany, Sarah Beth, and then the 3 extras, Claire, Kylan, and Alyssa. And it turns out this power veto competition was that like Dirty Santa White Elephant one with the prizes and the punishments where you could like take other people's prizes or punishments. So, oh my God, the big winner, Brittany, won the power veto. Oh my God, she actually did it. So she was super pumped up about it. I'm excited for her. That's great. That's a great win for her. So she's going to obviously be taking herself off the block. Do you think that Sarah Beth is going to make a pitch to her to use it on her? I wouldn't put it past her, judging by what she did before telling Brittany to throw it. But anyway, Brittany won the power veto. Sarah Beth won $5,000. There's some drama with that. We'll get there. Alyssa, I think, won a phone call. I'm assuming from home. Derek X has a punishment for 24 hours. He's going to have to be a bathroom attendant. And it sounds like anytime somebody has to use the bathroom, he's going to have to like unlock it for them and like wait for them to come out or something. Interesting. Kylan also has a punishment. Sounds like he's going to have to be making club sandwiches. I don't know if that's going to be like a 24-hour thing or what. And honestly, I'm not sure what Claire got. I haven't heard yet what her thing is. I don't know if it's a punishment. I don't know if it's a reward. We'll find out. But anyway, woo. So DX was talking to Hannah after the competition, and there was some drama. But first, Derek X confirms he is still planning on backdooring Christian. Ideally, he wanted Sarah Beth to be the one coming down so that Christian could go up next to Brittany and it would be a slam dunk, just vote Christian out. But I mean, Christian up on the block next to Sarah Beth is not going to be so clear cut. It's going to be interesting. But yes, he is planning on following through and putting Christian up. But he's telling the Kings that he's putting Big D up as the replacement. So not only are we getting a backdoor move here, but we're also getting a blindside. Oh my God. So if he actually follows through on this, Monday is going to be effing insane after the power veto ceremony. So let's get to the drama bit. It sounds like Sarah Beth guilted Derek X into not taking the money away from her. And then he like cried and took a punishment instead. What? Also, to get that $5,000, apparently Sarah Beth passed up on taking the veto. She just ignored the veto and went for the $5,000. And she's on the block. So everyone was like, what the F? So yeah. Derek X is really disappointed that he didn't just go ahead and take the money. He feels like he was weak. And Hannah's saying that Sarah Beth was also talking shit on the bench, mostly about Brittany during the competition. Damn, saying like she's so annoying and all this stuff. But Hannah's telling Derek X, you not winning the money is going to help your game. Sarah Beth is going to be the target even more next week because she took that money. I mean, or this week. We'll see what happens. So then Tiffany was talking to Derek X next, and DX says, I was just crying before because I was trying to get sympathy and make Sarah Beth feel really bad. Is that the only reason? I don't know about that. But Tiffany is like, all right, so after all that, can we send Sarah Beth home? And Derek X says, yeah, of course. Not realizing at first that she meant like this week. So then once he does realize that, he's like, wait, shut up. No way. No. He still wants Christian to go. He says, we're going to have to talk about it later. So then the rest of the Kings, let's check in with them. Xavier, Alyssa, and Christian, they are pissed at Sarah Beth. They're like, why would she take the money instead of the power of veto when she was eliminated from the competition? You're on the block. And you're expecting us to fight for the power of veto and get blood on our hands, stick our necks out for you? When you're going and taking a prize, you're taking $5,000 for yourself. Plus, by not going for the veto, you are risking us going up as a backdoor target. So they are not happy with her right now. And they're actually wanting to vote Sarah Beth out. Because then they'd be getting rid of a king. They're hoping people wouldn't be as focused on them since they wouldn't be fully intact anymore. And they're tired of her shit. So Alyssa is thinking they're going to have the votes to get rid of Sarah Beth, even if Christian goes up next to her. And they're not thinking that Christian will be going up, but they're saying if he does, they feel like they'll have the votes. And guess what? They might. They might have the votes because we know how badly Tiffany wants Sarah Beth out. But they're hoping that Big D will be going up as the replacement. And they're also talking about next week taking out either Derek X or Kyland and then working with Tiffany and Claire moving forward. Damn. Okay. So then let's flip over to Sarah Beth and Kyland last night. Sarah Beth is saying she wants the two of them to solidify a trio with Derek X. This is something that came up during her one-on-one chat before nominations, but now she's really wanting to act on it. She says, he did me a solid during that competition. I want to pay him back. I am not coming after him. Like, I want to work with him moving forward. It might be too late for that. Kyland says he is down to form that trio. So Sarah Beth was like crying on and off last night because she wasn't sure if she like really beefed it this week, which I feel like she did. But she feels like she should have the votes to stay. She's going to feel like a real idiot if she threw the HOH competition this week and then got evicted. And on her birthday week. Ooh, she's really playing up this whole birthday thing. It's very like Portlandia, did you get your birthday loan to celebrate my birthday? Like, you know what I mean? Like she's really pushing the birthday thing. But anyway, they also discussed, this was interesting. They discussed their physical closeness with each other, which is something that a lot of people have been talking about. And Kyland says he's like this with all of his friends. And Sarah Beth says she's not usually this physically affectionate, but she's really lonely right now and she feels like she needs it. And she says Shelly, her girlfriend, is not the jealous type. Well, Tiffany is. And Sarah Beth says, I would not be doing this if I thought that Shelly would be upset or uncomfortable about it. No way. So that clears that up a bit. But late last night, Tiffany is telling Derek X if he does go ahead and put Christian up on the block, they will follow through and vote him out because she says we'd have no choice at that point. You know, we got to get rid of him because that'd be really bad if you shot your shot and you missed. Honestly, like Derek X would be screwed if they didn't follow through and vote out Christian. And honestly, I'm not convinced that Tiffany and Claire and all of them actually would follow through. I think there is a chance that Tiffany would flip for sure. But we'll see what happens here. The power veto ceremony should be tomorrow, Monday. Right now, Derek X is saying that he's going to nominate Christian. I would expect a lot of scrambling to be happening today in regards to the replacement nominee. So I think we can expect a lot of that. And, you know, even if Christian does go up, those votes could flip. So it's going to be freaking wild to watch this week play out. Hello! Yeah! Oh, keep trying.
Okay.
All right. So that's where we're at right now. My goodness. I want to thank our super chatters today. You guys are amazing. Adley Bruges, Janine, is it Hamburger?
Hamburger.
Janine Hamburger, thank you so much. Adley Bruges, thank you so much. And Janet Tucker, 68, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate the super chats. I know! And the cookbook! If you guys are interested in getting your own copy of our beautiful plant-based air fryer cookbook,
It's 75 whole food air fryer recipes.
Yeah, it's a good time. They are delicious and healthy. So we have a link for that in the info below if you're interested. And if you do already have your own copy and you're loving it, consider leaving a review on our Amazon page.
Only if you're loving it.
Yeah. No, leave an honest review. It really helps us out. So we'd really appreciate it. But that's where we're at. I really need some water right now because my throat is dry. 2 syllables.
Girl, you talked it up.
I did. Okay. So thank you all so much for being here. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the craziness of the live feeds. Yeah. We'll be back later for tonight's episode recap. I'm so sad the Olympics are over. I just want to say, I love the Olympics so much. Oh my God.
Now what's going to get us through?
It's going to be rough. But anyway.
Housewives.
Yeah, we have so much TV to catch up on that we haven't been watching because we've been so invested in the Olympics. But
we said, get in that pool.
Yeah, I'm going to go swimming in a few minutes. So thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, much love. Awkward ending.